What's good? Good morning. Oh, excuse me. Good afternoon. Um, it's crazy how you don't remember certain things until like the last minute. But I remember this was probably like 2018, 2019, one of those 2 years. But okay, so when I first moved here, the people who owned the building it was all Jews, but these well, it was Jews and they were all out of New York. So the first company that owned the building was up.Till. Um, they actually stole my security deposit because when BH property took over, I'm like, yeah, I was actually gonna move the following year or try to move. They said we have no record of you paying a security deposit. Yo, stop playing with me, yo. Where my money at? It isn't. We don't have any record of it. I found out from a couple other people that moved in around the time I moved in. It was like, yeah, niggas took ours too. And that's why it could have been a lie. I don't know, but niggas was talking about we ain't got no record of your security deposit. So when BH property took over, I ended up meeting the owners. It was like this like three brothers, and they came through here one day. I had asked them some questions, and it's like they had a whole. One of them, he was respectful and helpful, whatever. He was trying to explain to me whatever it is that I asked him. I think the other two, or one of the other two, like Holmes had like a scowl on his face, like Holmes had an attitude or whatever. And I'm just like, me and Holmes got into a whole argument or whatever. And I'm like, let me ask you something. He was like, he said something, and it was like my neighborhood, and I'm like, let me ask you something. Do you live out here? Hartford? No. Okay, do you live in Connecticut? No. Do you live in this neighborhood? No. So how the fuck is it your neighborhood? So let me explain something to you, right? I've been in this neighborhood since 95. You understand me? So I've been here 2 decades, bruh. Almost 3. Been here since I was a little kid. How does this make this your neighborhood? Nigga, this is my neighborhood. You just own property here. Black people. I said, bruh, my family owns property in this neighborhood. Family doesn't own any property. Yes, they do. Told them the streets, the addresses, and the names to look up. That's part one of how I screwed up that day. Seen him again, and he was like, you know what? I thought you were lying. I really thought you were lying. But you know what? I gave you the benefit of the doubt. And I actually looked up those properties. looked up the addresses, and looked up the names. And you're right. That is your family. But they told me some stuff about you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's part two. And from the time I said that, two things happened. Number one, my employment situations. I started like losing jobs left and right, left and right, left and right. And I'm like, I will get the job. This is years ago. This is back in the day. So it's just like, can't really say I did anything. Like, I get the job and, everything will be going cool. And then, what happened? Then I'll be looking forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Can't get nothing. Finally get something. Work there like 2, 3 months. Done. Like, one job I actually had to ask, like, yo, what did I do? Dude responded, you didn't do anything. They don't want you working. But they said to get rid of you. So automatically I already know who is the they. And then the other part was from my money situation being screwed up. These people wouldn't come fix anything in the apartment. They were supposed to redo my whole unit. It didn't even happen. So sometime mentioning family will fuck your whole situation up. Excuse me, I don't mean to curse. I was just really focusing on what I had to say. Please excuse the foul language. Yeah. In my case, mentioning family, that just put me in a whole situation. So now y'all know why my situation been the way it's been for so long.